All right. Time for more Monster Hunter. Hook, hello. Number 3066 reporting in. You're gaping? Me too. Class starts in 5 minutes. That's lame. What's poppin' 3066? You know, I'm actually, really on reflection, I'm proud. I'm proud of my number. It's a number. I saw a Just Chatting stream from a guy down in the 9,000s last night, and it's rough down there. That's a tough number to be at. He was talking about his ad revenue, and he's like, I made $3 in ad revenue last month. He's like, I could buy a can of soda. What happened to start early? This is early? I was going to start at noon, but I had to call a company about my toothbrush. I needed to check in my warranty on my toothbrush, so. 31 months is older than one of my children. Nice. You're doing well, Whiny Wine. It's past noon? Just buy a new toothbrush? It's a fancy toothbrush. I don't want to get into it. Yeah. Below minimum wage streamer. Literal poverty soup kitchen streamer. Thought you were starting Ass Crack at Dawn for EU Gang? It's a Philips toothbrush. Alright. How much money is too much money to spend on a toothbrush? The electric ones are really nice. I did not spend $200. It is definitely more than $40. It was a Philips. All right. It sounds very premium. A Philips Diamond Care toothbrush. Let me just show you. Let me just show you guys what it charges in, okay? Hold on. It's got like a glass. Yeah, of course it's got a replaceable head. It's got like a charging glass space. Okay? I did not spend $200 on that toothbrush. I did not spend it was not $200 when I bought it. I got it on sale. Huh? Sorry, we're not 3066. I'm not like flexing my 3066 money. I got it on sale. And it has a 2-year warranty and it stopped working, so I'm gonna get another one. And it took me, it was like a 20-minute phone call. I'm not ashamed of it. Your teeth are very important. Even on sale, it's more than $50. So what? Did I change the battery? No, it's not the battery. It's like the power button isn't working. I'm not flaunting my wealth. I'm just telling you why I was late to the stream. I'm gonna get somebody's refurbished butt brush. I'm not gonna get somebody's anal vibrator to brush my teeth with. Do I floss? Every day. Sometimes twice a day, but at least once a day. I do it in the morning. I know I should probably do it at night, but I'm tired. And I'm okay with that. Literally top 3,000, well, literally almost top 3,000 Twitch streamers. Now, I have a normal toothbrush as well, like a backup, like normal manual toothbrush. It's just the electric ones they're a lot better. Ego face stream. Are you saying like I've gone mad with wealth now that my wage is on display? I'm gonna start just like flexing on everyone all the time. It's not a toilet brush. What would you know, Chaos? Out of everyone in this chat who needs an electric toothbrush, it's you. You're the one that talks about your messed up teeth. Treat yourself. Bougie 1% streamer. What was that? What was that? It was somebody was doing the math earlier. Let me see if this will pop up. Sometimes it doesn't work. Look at these pearly white. So what is it? 3066 divided by 8,500,000. I don't even know what that number is. It broke calculator. That's below 1%. That's like below 0.0001%. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Nice math, enabling. I don't need to know the numbers. I'm just counting the numbers in my bank account. And those are US dollars too, not Canadian dollars. Huh? What are you gonna do about it? What? My maple leaves are currency. What? It's nice. It's okay. Honestly, it's literally as if I traded my normal prior job as a financial professional as an internet clown. That is the only difference in the amount of money that I make. Rather than like wasting time in an office, I play video games and do this. That's it. That's like, that is it. Yep. Pretty much. Yep. Well, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. That is a great. I don't release your stress. I'm like so nice to you. I was only making that much with an Econ Masters. It's not, when you look at 3066, that is not, there are other ways streamers make money than subs and bits and ads. That's just it's one part. If you only ever did that, then yes, it would be literally poverty streamer. That would be difficult. Imagine like doing only streamer ad break, please. I don't even have donations enabled. You can donate bits, but like I have stream elements turned off. You can't even donate that way. I'm not trying to be like, you know, oh, your charity is below me. No. It's just not necessary. Keep it yourself. You can have it. When are you gonna install the channel extension that shows your rank? You install it. I don't install it. You install it. And then it has the tag next to everyone. You can donate with my personal PayPal. Oh my God, imagine that. Streamer, I sent you $1,000. Please respond. Really, the most amazing thing is like if you're anywhere below 5 or 6,000. I don't know if you could do it full time. Maybe you could do it. But I don't know. It all depends on your life circumstances. I guess if you're like some Southeast Asian country, like if you're in like Thailand or the Philippines, maybe, I know, wherever is a low cost of living, Vietnam, you could probably make it work. I'm stinky. I literally just got out of the shower and talked about brushing my teeth, Smart Fox, and flossing. Huh? Show me your floss. And not that man thong you wear into the basement. You call an office. You'd be happy with $1,000 a month, enough to live here? You could do it streaming. Eventually. What about water pick? I don't like the water pick. When I did the water pick, it was just like... just like water spraying all over the place. It got like really, it just got really messy. Theo, hello. It wasn't worth it. I'll just use the floss. I've got like tons of those little flosser things. I ordered like 300 of them last month because I was tired of running out. Now you guys make me feel like everything I say is going to be me. Did Jen react to the truth? She didn't care. She's like, oh, whatever. 30, 66, 3,000. What's the difference? Just use my bidet for flossing. We started talking about Twitch a lot in general. And she seemed to only get uncomfortable when I was talking about the young, really young streamers and streaming. And for some reason, she's like, well, maybe someday they'll stop streaming. They'll want to go back to school or get a normal degree. And I said, there is literally no way that is ever going to happen. She's like, maybe like a 22 or 23-year-old streamer will want to become a nurse. It's like, no, they will never do that. Ever. Never. If they could just constantly squeeze by doing their streamer lifestyle, they will absolutely do that. 100%. Aimbot Calvin did that? Oh, did he get like shamed out of streaming? I don't know who Aimbot Calvin is. I'm assuming he's an FPS player that got caught aimbotting. The only way, if you were suddenly 30, 66 and you found yourself at like 8,000, that would be maybe you'd go find a normal job. But as long as you're like doing fine, doing your normal thing, I don't think anyone would ever stop streaming. I mean, you say like if they stop enjoying it, maybe. Enjoying it enough to go back and work for like someone else being, ooh, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Whatever you want, sir. Like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Oh, yes. I'll show up early. I'll be here at 6 a.m., sir. Just tell me what you want me to do. God. Oh. I'm just not a morning person. They could be like, hey, we want you to come in from 9 a.m. until midnight. And that would be fine. But if they want me to come in at like 5 a.m., oh no. Ugh. You've proven that you can't make 9 a.m. I put in overtime every week. I'm doing more than 40 hours a week. That's overtime. It was nearly 9 a.m. on the West Coast when I started. For all you know, I'm a West Coast streamer now. We already talked about this. I was on the phone returning my $200 toothbrush. Get Jeff to pay me overtime pay? Yeah, right. It was $9.50. That's on time in San Francisco. Just ask the people at Crunchyroll. I'm sure they're fine. Stalling for content. My life is wild. Oh, if I were West Coast, I would need some sort of like sugar mama. I would need something. If I was like in San Francisco or something, I would need to be somebody's like trophy Twitch famous clown husband. It'd have to be like, here's my pet. He makes jokes on the internet. Yes, honey. Do you want me to talk about your brands on stream? That would have to be my job. That would have to be me. Implying I'm not a clown husband now. It's even. We both contribute equally. My current relationship with Noxella, only I can get paid. I'm not Noxella's clown husband. You know, there's a lot of people out there that want just want to get recognized on the internet. And they can be like, I'll take this trophy clown and show up on his stream just so I can wave hi and like flash my butt at 300 internet strangers. There's people out there like that. She has to explain me to her teacher friends. We had that conversation the other day. I'm like, what if people start asking questions about what I do for work? I mean, it's been a couple years. And she said, I would tell them you're a content creator. I'm like, but then they might want to see what I do. I'm like, are you sure that's okay? Are you sure about that? I don't know that's a good idea. I don't know that that's a good idea. I would not. I was like, you can tell them I do advertising. She's like, no, I'm proud of what you do. Because, like, she pops into the stream every once in a while, but, like, she doesn't, like, really sit down and watch it. What if one of them comes in and, like, really sits down and watches it? How much does Jen know? I mean, I can't keep anything from her. She knows my Twitch. She knows my YouTube. She says she comes into chat periodically, but I have specifically told her I do not want to know what her username is, because if I see her, I don't want to, like, have any sort of reaction so that you guys would know. Does she know I called her a chip goblin on stream? Yes, I called her a chip goblin in real life. That's not a secret. No, she's at work right now. She's not on Twitch. Jen is not pancakes. She's told me she's logged in recently, so. Although she said, I think she's like a lurker. I don't think she like types anything. Where are we? What? Tigrix. Oh. Oh. No. Blagongas. Hunt 2 Blagongas. Okay. What's her follow age? Dude, I don't know, and even if I did know, I wouldn't tell you. Jen is Critical Role. Literally pulling in the millions. You know, I guess you just never know. What's our money like? Do we have money yet? It explained the $200 toothbrush. I got it on sale. What do I think of a Rise of Awakener? Is that Switch RPG? What is that? I think I looked at it on the Switch yesterday, and I don't know. I didn't think there was enough, like, effects. Like, hit effects. What is that hydrodynamic toothbrush? Those are the sort of things you can get as a 3066 streamer. Can't believe my 3066 streamer blew his entire paycheck on a toothbrush. You have to at least double that number, if not more. Depending on the streamer. And even then, you have to think about the streamer. Like, how often? Oh my god. Like, how often do I pump your soft little bodies for subs? Like, never. So my number would be so much higher if I dominated you guys. And I don't. No, never. I never do that. And even without that, even without pumping your bodies, I'm still 3066. Okay, the only reason I told you about the micro offer is because it was ridiculous. Okay? That's the only reason. I'm not earning $15 an hour when I do a sponsorship. Not even close. I think the lowest I have ever been offered was like $10 for an hour and a half. That was insulting. That was like, who the hell do you think you are? No, fine. Fine. No. I'll just pump you guys more then. That's what I do for the rest of the year. Start up the OnlyFans. You'll see. This is what we want. $10 a month for New World sponsorship. I'm not even doing the New World sponsorship. It's sitting there waiting to be done, and like I'm not gonna do it. It's just not worth it. God, he's fast. Fire cannon, hello. Good afternoon. Q-World, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, the funny thing is I played it for free on stream plenty. Guess I'm just being like a hipster. But if it put me above 3,000? I'm not like, I don't have like some sort of like 3,000 tier inferiority complex. I don't like go to night thinking like if only I was 2,000. Is 36 my ranking on Twitch? It may as well be. It's not exactly. Saw somebody get paid for New World where they spent 30 minutes making their character and 30 minutes in the queue. That sounds about right. I really do think it might ever so slightly like put a bit of a damper on people that decide to stream full time though. Seriously though. I hope it does. I hope it's a little bit of a wake up call for some people. Cause like when you start seeing what the 6,000s and the 7,000s are making, it's not, it's worrisome. No, like my numbers in reality, it's much higher. In reality, it's much higher. Some of those aren't even like real numbers. Some of them are like 100% money laundering. Oh, they take so much, Toad. They literally take... I can't get into it. I can't get into the specifics, but they definitely take more than what they're supposed to contract-wise. And they say it's from, like, transaction fees, but it's such crap. It's such garbage. Me admitting money... Mine is real! There's, like, number 11? Number 8? Something like that? Has like $3 million next to their name. They don't even stream. You know, that's the strangest thing, Toad, is it's just like the inconsistencies, I guess. I don't know. All I know is, hopefully, I mean, it's doubtful. It's doubtful. Like, it feels like there's just constant drama with this website, but you'd hope that eventually it causes some sort of change or something. I mean, they're fortunate in the sense that every other streaming website is a clown show. Frenchie. Thank you. Rye, Shadow Picho, the only hip Zapad, Theo taking us up to 3065. This isn't a clown show. I mean, it's literally a clown show, but... The cool part is, like, I know one of my neighbors is at 3065 is Siren. She just blew up huge in, like, the last year. Playing GTA RP. Like, that's as close of, like, a streamer alliance as you get. I should see if she wants to play Monster Hunter. You could have a 3,000 alliance. But I don't know. She's doing okay recently. Maybe I'm below, because I'm below her. Maybe she's like, I only stream with people above 340, 3,040. She's her momentum is probably higher. Well, certainly GTA RP is going to get you farther on this website than Monster Hunter will, but I didn't choose the Monster Hunter, it chose me. And this Blaganga really does not want to go to sleep down there, does he? Whew. Whew. All right, now we see. You know, somebody had 200 viewers, 300 subs in 2019. Now they have 3,000 subs. I mean, yeah, I mean, depending on the game or depending on your content or depending on lots of things, you could grow. There's nothing stopping you, right? It's just your content, what you do with your time, you know. I 100% chose Monster Hunter. What else am I going to play? Streamer, you're not even good at Monster Hunter. Shut up. Blancos? Nobody wants to watch Blancos. Maybe the NFT butt boys would watch the Blancos, but... He went from 2,000 subs to 10,000 in one subathon. I mean, good for them. It's like, I don't know, around $16,000 plus at least, depending on how much Twitch wants to siphon out of their face. At the end of the day, Chaos, I don't think the streamer's gonna mind. But yeah, I mean, at a certain point, you know, I mean, out of a certain percentage, people will probably stay subscribed. They'll mind when it's time to pay taxes. You're supposed to pay them quarterly. Glad to see Mr. 3066. My $1 million toothbrush isn't going to pay for itself. Have I done high rank Tigrex yet? I think he's next. I think he's in the next urgent. When is the postman gonna co-stream with me? I gotta see their number. The worst part about the number thing is, like, we're never gonna get an update. You know what I mean? Like, you have your number, and now you're going to be stuck with it forever. Getting closer to doing high rank White Fatalis? I mean, I'm going to wait until I could have the Corn Popper and, you know, some G rank skills around it. I think that should be enough to kill White Fatalis. At least that's my assumption. Just wait for the next leak? Oh my god. Well, what I don't understand... Alright, here's what I don't understand. Twitch released a statement, and it was like, our server was misconfigured. Why? What? How much information do you keep in plain text on servers facing the internet? Would I like an update with a lower number, though? There's no way it would be lower. I'm only going higher. I'm on an upward trajectory. Won't believe how many businesses do, but it's just like, all right, you're right. There's probably a lot of businesses, but like a business that is essentially partial advertising for Amazon Web Services. Like, the US military has contracts with Amazon Web Services. Well, for now, Omnitoad, I mean, if they really wanted to go scorched earth, presumably the information's out there. I mean, no! There's no way, no. If you took it 6 months or a year from now, I would be top 3,000. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. How would you even know? That's not Big Cope. That's not Big Cope. What if a bigger Monster Hunter stream came along and toppled me? Well, first of all, Kanta's ahead of me. Second of all, like, Omega LOL, other Monster Hunter streamers? What? No. No. Maybe somebody said there's like a Korean behemoth that comes around every once in a while. Streams on at like the opposite hours of me. You picked up a router from an e-waste center that had all the login credentials and addresses for remote management? Oh my god. All right, hold on. Max is not a Monster Hunter streamer. Max is a fighter streamer that plays Monster Hunter. Canada's gonna play Monster Hunter when Rise hits PC. You can die next to your brother. Dude, we raided the Korean Idol from Sweat 16, and she, like, didn't even recognize us. It was so rude. The amazing thing for Kanta is, like, they don't even do this full time. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever asked Kanta, like, what his day job is, but apparently he doesn't even consider this, like, his full-time job, which he absolutely could. He's in the 2000s. What about Rage Gaming? Do they stream? They make YouTube, don't they? I don't know. What's Rage Gaming's number? I don't know. Look, all I know is I'm 3066. Rage is big on YouTube. They definitely have good YouTube analytics. God, it's... Why couldn't I have been 2000? You missed the context? Basically all streamers' income got leaked on the internet yesterday. $30.65 with Erica. Thank you, Erica. Thank you for pushing my back towards even better relevancy next week. One day, a Bloodborne speedrunner will become a Monster Hunter streamer. Well, that's a possibility. Yeah, that could happen. How much money would you make at 2000? I mean, it's a little bit of like an exponential curve, right? Nobody is as entertaining as me? Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. You know, the farther you go, it's not like a straight line. It's like you're sucking bathroom floor pennies at 10,000, and then it slopes upward. Basically. There's actually, I mean, you know, there's probably some very interesting data analysis people could do with that set if they cared to. I don't know if anyone ever will. Twitch is a zero-sum game? What? I don't know about that. It's definitely a positive sum game for Twitch themselves. Why can't we get this one on the Switch? We will someday. I will see to it. Twitch is a nonary game. We've got bombs implanted in us. The plan is to get the corn popper, I think, for White Fatalis. Takes years to get to 1,000 views. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, it all just depends on like what you stream and how you advertise and what you know, how you do that. A little bit. It depends on the streamer too. There's a lot of things that go into it. But yes, if you're at 1,000, getting to 4,000 is a lot easier. PPSPPs aren't in Switch for years, but like you want it native. Freedom Unite? Yep, you got it. I hate Kezu in this game. I mean, look, let me promise you, if you're sitting between 1 and 2,000, you're probably not complaining. You know? Kezu is a small... It just feels like he's got, like, way too much life. You might be complaining, but you shouldn't. Ah! My Lamborghini. My Tesla. Does 3U have that switch axe hack and slash attack? It does. I think you gotta do the upswing to do it. You haven't played World for 2 years or so and you're coming back. Is Impact Charge Blade bad now? What about Savage Axe versus SAAD? Elemental Switch Axes against most monsters that are really weak to them are generally considered better. Impact kinda is weak in comparison. But if you're only gonna make one, obviously Impact is the way to go. Savage Axe versus SAAD. Especially if you're going Elemental, Savage Axe I think is a lot easier to land good hits on. The spread for Elemental File can be really awkward. Do you mix armors here? You can. It just so happens that this full armor set here is pretty good. You know, if your files are about to run out or something, and you want to do an SAD at the end, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But, like, especially for, like, Alatreon, like, Elemental Switch Axe, Elemental Savage Axe, Charge Blade is 100% the way to go. It's probably the best weapon at getting topples. Red Kezu? Some may say it's the original Kezu. He's weak to water, not fire. Damn it. Woo! That was lucky. Oh, got it. Oh, I'm gonna get hit there. That's okay. So I think Red Kezu has a chance to be in Sunbreak. They haven't really said anything about adding subspecies, have they? With Ichinose being the one behind Base Rise, I can't see them being really focused on subspecies. At least given his design philosophy by the time he got to Generations. Seemed like he was kind of against, like, basic subspecies. And more into, like, apexes. If you consider an apex a subspecies, I think there'll be plenty of those. They might even do some things with apexes. What is one monster you feel they'll bring back to Sunbreak that I really don't want them to bring back? I don't know. I don't normally have any real hatred of anything. It would be such a shame to see, like, a Kutku they could bring back, like, a Kuropeko, though, right? Something like that. Any first-gen monster, I just feel like is a bit of a waste when you could have a new monster or a third-gen monster. How can Kezu see you anyways? He technically doesn't. If you'll notice next to your name, you don't have the icon. He smells you. But isn't that a neat detail? I think it's really cool. This one's just the right size, I feel like, to actually like get the head reliably. Ooh, he got me on the retraction there. Oh no! Oh. Funny? Think that's funny? I think I fixed the stream deck. Let's see. There you go. Happy? Again, grinding Diablo 2.
No.
Does anyone... so, weird question. Does anyone have Diablo 2 on the Switch? How does it play? I know it's like a weird platform to want to play it on, but when I'm on the treadmill, I like using the Joy-Cons. It runs at the same FPS as the original. I mean, that's like, what, 24 FPS or something? Poorly, probably? I mean, you can't just say that, though. Like, you don't know. So, Diablo 2 is the better game, but I think Diablo 3 might be a better mindless game to play. It's a hard question. It's the Switch? I mean, it's not complete garbage. I mean, it runs Doom. I mean, it's not that Zelda Muso game, which is like complete ass cheeks. Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll just wait for a goddamn Steam Deck. I don't know. My main thing is, like, I like using the Joy-Cons, which is pretty much only easily done on a Switch and a PC, and I just don't have another PC to play on. I'm playing, I finally started up Deltarune yesterday. It's fun. I like that game. It's like, the only thing I don't understand, has Toby Fox talked about, like, why it's just free? Like, the first 2 chapters are just, like, free. Like, he didn't have to give those for free. Like, I would have paid money for them. Whatever. $5 or $10 a chapter, like, would not be unreasonable. Is he just like, I'm rich from Undertale, so I don't care about giving these games away? What is my armor set? It's full Siennatar S. I mean, sure, it'll cost money for later chapters, but he gave away the first 2 for free. I mean, how many chapters is it supposed to be? People will pay $50 to see the conclusion? I just don't feel like it's going to be that much money. 7? Okay. So maybe it'll be $10 a chapter. And so it'll be $50 for the rest. That's okay. If he wants to have a full $50 game, that's $10 each. And then at the end, he releases like a full bundle for like $40 or whatever. Three to 5 are coming at the same time. So like he'll probably do 2 bundles, maybe like $20 each. Like before starting it, I'm like, I'm sure it'll be okay, but I don't think it'll be, you know, as interesting or quirky as Undertale. But it really just feels like it just picks right up where Undertale could have left off in a sense. So. Anyone on the fence of trying it, I mean, first of all, it's literally free. Second of all, it's good. It's worth, you know, it's not always about, you know, is the price worth it? It's like, is it even worth your time, you know? And I would say it's worth your time. Okay. That's kind of how I feel Metal Vines. Like, obviously, like, I'm not out there dropping, like, you know, full retail price on every game that comes out that I think I might enjoy. But certainly I'm more concerned about having, like, a good time than I am, like, grinding out some free-to-play Monster Hunter clone on the Switch or something like that. And I was going through like the Switch Classic game catalog on the Super Nintendo, and it's not like there aren't good games on there, but there's like a very big like gap of like Super Nintendo RPGs. Like I think there's Breath of Fire 1 and Breath of Fire 2, and those are both okay. But Breath of Fire 2 famously has like a terrible translation. Like I don't even want to play it there. You know, I think that there was like a fan retranslation, and usually those are suspected quality, but whatever the hell happened with the Capcom translation team for Breath of Fire 2, like, it was not good. Square Enix wants that Pixel Collection money? Is it even on the Switch? I think it's like Steam and iOS. I mean, no joke, like I will probably end up buying the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Collection just because it's my favorite one and I want to see like what the new pixels and stuff look like. Dragon Quest 1 to 3 is on the Switch, but like that doesn't do anything for me. Like I've already played 1 through 3, you know, a good number of times. You know, 4 through 6 would be nice. I haven't played 5 and 6. But like there's like weird, like there's no good way to play. Like the DS, I guess, has some pretty good okay ports. You know, I think the iOS versions or whatever, the mobile versions are all stuck in portrait mode. 4 is the best one? I don't know about that. It's okay. I mean, there's something to be said, Keston and Hashirashi, for a game that's not Monster Hunter, wanting just to be able to play it, enjoy it before it outstays its welcome and then getting to the ending, right? I mean, that's what Game Pass is usually pretty good at. Getting you to feel like, okay, like, I played and enjoyed myself. The Optimum Internet thing is weirding you out so much? Why does it weird you out? How do you think it makes me feel? I thought I was just going to be a Twitch thing. And now it's like... Now it's in gyms in New Jersey. I have no idea where Kazu went. Stick to the script. Again, I'll say, me unscripted is what they went for. Is there a commercial or something? Frenchie. They're showing me on TVs in real life. Like, near me. Like, not directly near me. I'm not exactly in the service area, but I'm close. If I drove an hour away, somebody might see me. In fact, I guarantee you, if I spoke to some old coworkers or if I went to my old workplace, I think they have it in that area. So someone might see me and like, hey, I saw you on TV. Is that you? Kaz, are you okay, bud? Nobody's gonna ask for an autograph. I'm famous, give me money. I'm gonna play the 3066 things both ways. I'm only streamer number 3066. Can you have an autograph? I'll visit Chicago someday, Gator. We'll meet up. Guys at the bank can be like, damn, you stream now? Oh, all my peeps knew. How many streamers above 3066 get TV deals? What is it? Number 24 got a TV deal. Which one's Ninja? Is it number 24? I think he's number 24, but I'm not 100%. I mean, I'll say this. Optimum was a generous... They were a generous offer. Probably not enough for me to be like, go ahead and play commercials of me on TV. For Twitch, they were generous. For off Twitch is like, hold up. Is this a slang quest? Yep. When I get another Optimum sponsorship, drain them? All I'm going to say is Thrustmaster was generous before. We're doing another Thrustmaster stream tomorrow. They're even more generous this time. They see the value in 3066. He gets results. Steering wheel, the Thrustmaster eSwap X Pro controller. Paid me $3,066. I mean, if that's what they wanted to pay me for every 2-hour deal, I'd be down. We're going to be here for 5 years. Kazu's just got so much life, man. Can't believe I'm going to drop kick the nuts of a man on TV. I mean, but like, this is probably the last time where anyone's going to care about TV, right? Like, nobody actually, like, in 5 years from now, like, TV's, like, it's already almost a meme anyways. Start using elemental weapons? For Greatsword? I don't think that's going to matter. Oh, damn it. That's a lot of damage. So people said 5 years ago? But, like, it's still true. It's still true. Like, I don't have cable. You have technically kicked a man in the nuts who's done a TED Talk. Hold on. Like a TED Talk or a TEDx talk? Because there's a difference. If I could, would I rename the Lance Thrustmancer for your sponsors? I would do as much thrust. I would do anything for Thrustmaster. A full-on TED Talk? Well, then, yeah, that counts. Well, I have an affiliate link for the Thrustmaster. Yeah, I think they've got a link for me this time. You kicked him in the nuts as a kid. I mean, that's what kids do. Someone mod me in Monster World as a Thrustmaster, do like a 3D scan of my body. Streaming is coming to new TV. I mean, YouTube and Twitch together. Really, I mean, really, it's hard to even say Twitch, because you know, in terms of like the total amount of time people spend on like media, like I still feel like Twitch is like incredibly micro compared to YouTube. Yeah, I mean, at least with streaming services becoming the new TV, like you can actually piece together what you actually want to watch. Sometimes your YouTube recommendations are really good too, and you actually get good stuff. A lot of times though, it's such garbage though. Like I like Germa, but I click one Germa clip, and then it's like, hey, we thought you liked Germa. Like it's almost worse than Linus. It's almost like clicking a Linus video. It's like, oh, we noticed you clicked a Linus video. I guess you're gonna get Linus videos for now for the next month. So really, you just got to go to channels and just like browse through their videos. Yo, I feel like there's a, at least for me, like I've got that YouTube, we'll call it YouTube Red because that's when I signed up for it. That's what it was called. And I feel like at a certain point, you've watched more videos, like they're paying out too much money, whatever. And like they want you to stop watching YouTube. So yeah, they're like recommending you videos you've already seen. Sometimes like 10-second long meme videos. It's like, why? You're still getting Ikamboka memes? Like it's like a year old. Paying for YouTube Red? I mean, if you watch on, well, I don't know what you Android people do, but if you watch on iOS, you live in the walled garden, you don't have any other apps to get it so you can get past the ads, so. Dude, my wife has been watching the Cow Hoove guy videos, and I think it's so much to the point where Google traced the IP address and they started recommending them to me. Like, what? Here's the thing, though, Shup. Like, I'm not going to open up Firefox and install AdBlock and then go to the YouTube page and watch that way. Like, so yeah, I don't mind cat videos. I'll watch a cat video. I'll watch cat videos all day long. They're weird little gremlins, and I never tire of watching them. The funny thing is, like, somehow the cow hoof thing is, like, somewhat cross-related to ASMR. So she had her phone up, and she was, like, getting, like, these weird, like, almost booby ASMR videos in her recommended. I'm like, Jen, what the hell are you watching? What are you doing? Probably the best viral stuff that got recommended this year was that criminal psychology stuff. I love those videos. That guy release anything recently? Was it criminal psychology or whatever? I like those videos. They didn't release a lot, but the ones they released are all pretty good. That's weird. Why would they stop? They were like, they've got like millions of subscribers. It's weird. Yeah, I mean, it could be kind of like the Internet Historian, where the goal is like 1 or 2 big releases a year. Yeah, that's probably what I need to do, Dwarven Man. I just need to be more aggressive about telling YouTube, like, to, hey, stop showing me this stuff. Like, ironically, like, I have to do that with almost all, not all, but the vast majority of, like, Monster Hunter content creators just, like, all want to be the absolute first, cream their jorts, spoil anything that is even remotely rumored in a thumbnail thing. So even though I like Monster Hunter, like, I don't have any in my YouTube feeds. Sue, hello. Twitch streamer number 3066 hopes you have a great day. And, like, I like Monster Hunters. I like all sorts of things on Monster Hunter. I like watching good TA videos. I like lore videos. I like, you know, weird meta things on it. But, like, I can't, like, I don't want to get, like, in-your-face, shotgun blasted speculation spoilers from people. It's just not worth it to me. Sounds exactly something Gaijin would say. We've got similar attitudes. Obviously, we've got, you know, different opinions on different things, but I would say we agree on more things than we disagree on. Probably the biggest difference between Gaijin and I was how quickly I was willing to admit that Rise, and to a lesser extent Stories 2, were dead on arrival. He really wanted he wanted those things to live so badly. He was performing CPR well past the point of, like, Rise having been confirmed brain dead. He really wanted it to live, and that's fine. Enjoying that, of course it's allowed. Of course it is. People enjoy Generations Ultimate. I mean, I'd rather be playing Rise than Generations Ultimate, so. Is Rise dead in Japan too? I think it's still more popular there. But, you know, for a game that was, like, a little bit more specifically targeted towards a platform, and obviously, like, the setting is much more Japanese than others, I think that makes sense. That is an interesting content creation? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what there is to do. Yeah, I mean, you know, it remains to be seen, right? Like, you know, talk is cheap, right? Like, they could say they want to do equal split PC and console, you know, going forward, but, like, until we see it, like, I'm not gonna get excited. Green Plezioff. I think you need hot drinks, because, right, it's just inside. Is Freedom Unite a dead game? I mean, I guess we gotta, like, define what a dead game is, right? So if you're a content creator, you think a little bit about, like, is there any interest in either me, like, do I really, really want to play this game? Or then B, is there anyone out there that even wants to watch content on this game? And there's just, like, such a visceral negative reaction when Rise is on the screen. Like, I can't. For me, on Twitch, I just have to say, like, Rise is a dead game. I would say Freedom Unite, even though it is, like, what, literally a decade older? More? Almost 15 years older than Rise, is a more alive game than Rise is. I mean, you can still play it. I mean, you still play a dead game. It's just, like, at that point, it's likely even worse than just putting up just chatting. Is GU more alive than Rise? Well, like I said, the streamer counts. The streamer opinion counts too. More people, I think, would be interested in watching GU right now than watching Rise. Was he really in the other area and I just didn't see him? I guess so. I mean, you know, Super Mario Brothers, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, you know, really every version of Super Mario Brothers. I mean, those are alive games on this platform because people are still interested in watching content. You know, Dark Souls 1, kind of 2, 3, Bloodborne. Those games all have, you know, thriving communities and are interested in watching, you know, people play them or learn new things about them. You know, could you or could I do something with Rise to make it more interesting in terms of, like, providing value and entertainment? Possibly. Maybe. But that's like taking some sort of, like, spoiled ingredient and, like, trying to find some way to salvage it. Like, you know, could you turn, you know, beef that's on the precipice of literally spoiling and make you sick into chili? You could. You could do that. Should you? Is it worth it? Yeah, could you bring back the weapon wheel? Could you do, like, wheel challenges and stuff like that? Absolutely. You could do that in Rise. You could. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. I mean, if it was only, you know, updated with new content. The thing is like, Rise is getting new content. You know, Rise has content that is yet to come out. You know, it's got whatever Ghosts and Goblins collab coming up soon. But just because it's getting that content doesn't mean anyone cares. You just got added on Twitter because your name was in the Optimum ad? What the hell? What the hell? Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know that you consented to be in that ad. How did your name show up? I don't have a chat box on my screen. How did they see you were there? Oh, because you were the latest sub. Ah, you were down in the corner. Ah, I see. This is scary. I'm scared now. Monsters Guild in general feels like it's scaled for 2 people. The portable games feel a bit better than the console games. They always feel like they're scaled a little bit easier. That being said, Freedom Unite is a pretty difficult game. Apparently the ad kills the Sling TV every time it comes on and it freezes on that frame. What? Sounds like they need Optimum, yeah. This sucks. This is awful. I'm really getting banged up. Oh, did I not bring any herbs? Oh, no. It's like, out of all the takes that I did for Optimum, that was the one that was me not sticking to the script. So there's only one. There's only one that exists, and it's not even the best rehearsed one. That's from the first stream that I did. At like the start of the stream. It's literally the first one that I did. They took my first take. Unscripted. They like it. They like it enough that they're pumping out ads for it all over the internet. I'm a natural. That's what I was trying to tell them, man. I was like, they're telling me like the next stream, like, follow the script more. I'm like, I'm telling you, man, this is how we should do it. They weren't going to watch the rest of the stream from streamer 3066. They're the ones that approached me. I didn't like come up to them and be like, oh, I'm a 3,000th streamer on Twitch. Can you please give me some of that ad money? They're the one contacting my agent. Nah, this is the Optimum ad, Nibble Snarf. It's funny that you could fight Plesioth over here. Looks like he does not like standing over there. Oh, he's running. Whatever. The fate of a D-list. All right, where would you? All right, if you had a tier, am I D-list internet celebrity? If you're on TV, you have to be at least C-list, right? No? Z-list? That is not Z-list. No way. Depends on what time slot. 24 hours a day. It's not like I'm on like the commercials that come on at like 3 in the morning. Yes, the Optimum ad is on TV. It was on a TV in New Jersey at a gym. I'm not a used car salesman. K for kick W. I'm an internet salesman. All right, there's that hip check. This is dangerous, but paid off? Maybe? Ooh. $50,000 views. I know it's a lot of ads. It's a lot of views. And that's just off of whatever that one link. It might be posted in different places on the internet. Is the bail bondsman on public access cable when I am a celebrity? More celebrity than not. Some people can become famous from their commercials. Am I sharing that ad on the next Thanksgiving family dinner? No. You want me to share that I'm number 3066 as well? Like, talk about it like I got big news to share. I had the Floby. That was just before I did a cut, Parka. But yes, I would agree. My hair was a little messy. Cursed ad. You're a cursed ad. What is going on with this Plesioff? Just type in exclamation ad bone cuss and it'll be there. I swear. My entire life is a joke. I mean, even without context, you can tell something exciting is happening on the screen, right? Wait, oops. Pushed it too early. Will he still go for it? I think he will. Oh, there he is. Yes, Ryan. There's like a picture in the Discord of it being played on a TV in a gym. And Julian Carter's coworker saw it because Julian always has me on the iPads. He's like, hey, isn't that the guy that's always on the iPads? And he took a picture of it. Oh, shoot. Second Saul, I'm going to have to do one of those challenges. It's not just the okay, Ryan. It was, not only is that good to go, we are going to spend thousands of dollars promoting it. Do I want Plesioff and Sunbreak? Actually, I don't mind Plesioff. Like, he's a challenging monster. He's a weird one. Hold on, what is this link? Nefudis, are you aware that you're in some commercial for Optimum that appears on Sling TV? It freezes every time it comes up and replays 3 times before the next commercial. It's really bizarre, and I'm trying to figure out what causes it. I'm talking with their support about it now, but it's so odd. My parents keep asking why this gamer dude's commercial kept freezing the TV. Ah! I'm sorry. That means there's like probably 100 other people out there whose TVs are being frozen. Oh. Should have gotten Optimum. Should have gotten Optimum. That's all I'm... Oh, damn it. Oh, right. The only thing that keeps me going day by day is my 99.9% belief that this is just some sort of simulation. That this is like a little joke creation in some way far advanced civilization. And that I play not only a clown in the simulation, but also like I'm like a meta clown. My existence is to make even the advanced sentient life forms laugh as well. That's it. There's no way my brain made this up. It's like it's too surreal. Next, how about Rise on PC with a higher frame rate? It'll be nice. The Matrix Pagliacci, whatever the clown is, right? Whatever was the clown name. Don't do the hip check. It's not as cringy as Ninja having a character in Raid Shadow Legends. I mean, he must have been paid like $1 million for that deal. I mean, everybody's probably got a price. You know? What does everyone say? Normal and green Plesioth? Doesn't... Only green puts you to sleep when he jumps over you, right? Does normal Plesioth do that? I don't think normal Plesioth does that. I think their, like, elemental resistances and physical resistances are almost the same. Normal paralyzes and then this one sleeps. That makes sense. Sure he's paid top 50 money? Yeah. Green might be weaker to fire? Possible. It's like one, the first gen subspecies were all like you don't want to call them lazy because like they were still probably just like trying to figure out what they wanted to do with them in the first place. It was only really third gen that the subspecies felt significantly different. You know, between normal Cuckoo and Blue Cuckoo does feel like a little bit more aggressive. Whatever that's worth. His AI feels a little bit different. I'm getting closer to White Fatalis. I could probably, after this star level, I could probably load up the White Fatalis quest. I don't think I would have to clear it with normal solo gear. I don't know what did I expect there? I feel like Blue Cuckoo flies a lot more? I don't know about that. I just feel like he's a lot more aggressive. Hey, got him. I don't know if Thrustmaster is going to do TV commercials. I wouldn't mind. Unironically, Thrustmaster, especially with this next campaign, is... They want to include TV commercials in the deal, and that is more than fine. This sucks. I could probably kill this Gendrome fairly quickly. That was certainly optimistic that we'd land a great sword charge. Oh, still faster than Red Kezu. Green Plesioth just has more life. Felt like he had a lot of life. Getting those French fries, Pro Cal. Looks tasty. I gotta tweet back at the guy who's having issues with his TV and just be like, I'm sorry. I'm the gamer dude and that I'm sorry. I mean, I am though. Like I don't want to be interrupting his Sling TV experience. Don't admit fall. I'll just be like, thank you for spreading the word about Optimum Internet. Oh, he thought you were the streamer? I guess my name's not necessarily like in the ad, right? Oh man. From now on, I got to make sure my name's on the screen. Yeah, Nefudis, you're actually the gamer dude. Wouldn't freeze if you had Optimum. It's true, though. Full 1,000 down, 1,000 up. Such a strange existence. I do need to start sending more messages to the new Capcom EU manager. Dude, man, do I want this cat? He's got 3-star vegetables and Explorer and Gathering. I mean, I can't stop you, Dwarven man. If you wanna shield me. He's available for interviews. I was gonna buy bombs. I got distracted. It's so expensive. That's that. Everything here is on sale, so fire, herbs. I think I already got nitro shrooms. So your first monster game, it's a good one. It's a very good one. Poke theme is definitely among the most relaxing Kinezes. Volcano burst, hello. Want some hugs? I hope you get some. Is everything okay? So I kind of want... I'm thinking about what equipment I'd want for White Fatalis. Bomb boost. Speed setup. Gunnery King? Is that possible? How many slots does the Corn Popper have? Do I either want the Corn Popper or ideally, like, Long 5 is almost as good, if not better in some ways. I think there's only one Long 5 gun lance, though. The Canlos gun lance. Canlos gun lance is kind of messed up, though, because, like, it doesn't really have a lot of sharpness. Corn Popper is also better because it has 3 slots and it has a lot more sharpness. We're getting relatively. I mean, we're starting to get to the point where we could at least think about White Fatalis. Would you say, Dwarven Man, that you have generally abided by the not toxic pledge? Really? You try? That's good. Yeah, it's the attempt that matters. It's really hard sometimes. I understand. I know the struggle. Somehow we're actually starting to do okay with our mega potions. I don't really know how that's happening. It's hard when I'm queued with people who have melted ice cream for brains. See, that doesn't sound nice. Doesn't sound like you're doing your best. Man, should we get Gathering Explorer? I'm not going to worry about it. It's not like I'm going to be making a huge variety of weapons and armors. You know, we are going to make our Gunlance set at some point. And then beyond that, we just have to really think about the Fatalis guys. I'm not really worried about anything else. Rathalos. Just like a normal high-rank Rathalos. Alright. Dwarven Man's actually not commonly even... I mean, honestly, he's really not even that commonly toxic. He's a goblin. There's a difference. There's a difference between being a goblin and being toxic. Did I watch the new Resident Evil movie trailer? Is it like a Netflix one? I've seen some trailers for the Netflix Resident Evil movies. Is there a new live-action one? Is Paul W.S. Anderson getting back into the game? There's a CGI one. Is it CGI or is it live action? New live action, not Paul. Interesting. No, I have not seen the trailer. That's actually really interesting. Have to see it. Well, if it's got song choice, then I got to be careful of DMCA. God damn it. DMCA ruins everything. Will this flinch immediately? Will this flinch? I shaved everything except my mustache and launched as part of the playthrough? Did I lose it? Was that like a sub goal? Probably. Sheplart? God, I hope I never end up having to do that again. Well, Jen's really nice. Jen's unnecessarily kind when it comes to me doing strange things. God, the tails are so brutal in this game. I mean, honestly, you shouldn't trust a guy with just a mustache. They're up to something. You're going to sleep? Good night, Zaravius. You have just a mustache? I stand by that statement. Where'd the rest of the beard go, huh? Sideburns? That, depending on how big your sideburns are, that counts. A reverse mohawk? Just a cool trench down the center of my skull. Uh-oh. We're getting blasted, right? As big as mine? If they go... Your earlobes is good enough. If they start going past your earlobes at a certain point, you gotta either have the facial hair to have the full beard, or you gotta take them up a little bit. It's not gonna hit anything. Yeah, the lamb chops are not in. Oh, no. It's funny how, like, even, like, a dumpy second-gen game can feel like it actually has, like, meaningful challenge. Because you're just so much more limited in what your movement opportunities and stuff like that are. I did it again. I did it again. I deserve death. I should have just flash bombed. You card it? I know. 3,066 points if I triple cart. That's a standing offer. Today only. Yeah, I mean, you really, you know, some people have compared the older games almost to like live action turn-based. And there's some truth there. What's that variant? This is just normal Rathalos. I know he looks a little weird. Probably compared to like how you're used to seeing Rathalos, but that's just normal Rathalos. Growl again. No. We're just gonna do this. What are you trying to do to advance the challenge? We're working our way through high rank guild. We got to get the G rank to get the final subspecies. So we need Yamatsukami. We need Copper Blaganga. We need Purple Hermitar. We need Terra Shogun Sienitar. We need the weird subspecies. We're dead. You're gonna get a dose playthrough, but it's not part of this challenge. I think we could already technically fight King Shakalaka and Queen Vespoid. They're in the high rank village. The only thing that makes it hard playing the older games is like the newer games you can be completely aggressive while the monster's enraged. But in the old games, so many monsters have like insta-charge attacks that you end up being a lot more of a coward than you would normally want to be. But you can't help it. Like I could try and charge it here, but he's got a number of things he could do that could punish me for doing it. So graceful. Is there any way to get the event quest for Freedom Unite? You can still download them normally. And this build that I'm playing on from Incognito Man has all the event quests loaded in. Like all of them, including the Japanese only ones. I mean, we're using essentially end-to-end rank, high rank stuff right now, like way stronger stuff than we would ever have in Freedom 2. And even with that, like, you know, we haven't, oops. We're still one card away from having to give everybody 3,066 points. Is that build publicly available? He's working on a new release soon that removes Boulder Drome and turns the Elder back into the Elder rather than the Melinx he currently is. We're not tripled yet. But this is going to be the definitive version. You know, I mean, personally, there should be a branch that does not have the music changes. Because, like, that, you know, technically that's not preserving the game as it was intended. Although I think they are kind of fun. But at the very least, being able to have, like, all the event quests loaded into the game permanently is pretty nice. I'm playing this on PPSPP, but there's nothing to stop you from playing this on a normal PSP or a Vita. Well, you'd have to do some finagling. You'd have to soft mod it or whatever, but it's not really a big deal. I mean, you know, when possible, when it looks good, I love playing on original hardware, but I gotta be real, like, the game does not look good upscaled to 1080p when it has a native resolution of 240p. Like, you really got to emulate it to make it look okay. When triple carded to low rank Tigrex, I did not triple cart to low rank Tigrex. I did not triple cart to low rank Tigrex. That is revisionist history. I've double carded. Oh, when I carded a low-rank Tigrex. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, super rad tripled. I've doubled. Can you download the event quests normally in a regular PSP? You absolutely can. The servers are still up, miraculously. I've got all of the Fatalis quests downloaded right now, for example. But I don't need to because they're loaded into the game. I mean, if you get greedy, I mean, I could easily see Tigrex killing you. There is a tool online that even if you don't have a PSP or a Vita to do it, the online connection, there is a tool that will connect to the servers and download it to your save anyways. It's a little complicated to use. It's up to you if you want to try and use it. Oh my God, Julian. So, what is playing on those TVs, Julian? Is it like TV? Is it a streaming service? How is he seeing me? Does that not bother people? Cheddar's news app? I'm happy. Good. It's good for everyone. And this is only me at 3066. Wait until I'm 2066. You won't believe it. You'll start seeing me everywhere. I wouldn't want that. Become 2077? How is streamer 2077? Probably doing pretty good for themselves. Oh, I'm 100%. This time next year, I guarantee you, I'd be way beyond 3,000. We've got momentum. We're not like backsliding. Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak is gonna come out. Sunbreak's gonna come out. It's gonna be a big deal, and then not soon after, not that long after, there's gonna be Monster Hunter World 2. No. No way. No way. If I put the moneymaker on, I would go farther. This is it. This is the plan. This is the plan to get into the top 2,000. You've seen it before. I've not peaked. It's just, yeah, that's right. This is me sprinting in a marathon with 45-pound weights all over my body. Now the weights have been taken off. Buy us pizza when you hit 3065. Just send one pizza to every person in chat. No. Everyone else agrees. The only thing that's gonna hold me back is if like I do something dumb like become like a Dauntless partner. That's right, Dauntless. I said it. I'll say it again. Do I talk much with the other Monster Hunter content creators? Honestly, dude, I don't go on Twitter. I hang out in my own Discord a lot. I don't go to a lot of other Discords. There's not a lot of other Monster Hunter content creators that take it seriously. I'm gonna throw mega shade right now. Kanta, maybe. I'd collab with Kanta. A lot of the other ones don't take it seriously, so why should I take them seriously? You know? That's right. I said it. I'll say it again. Look, I was out there in a Twitter thread like 6 months ago, and I dropped a little advice, and somebody's like, what do you know, streamer? The only thing that people care about are our TA records. All right, look. You want to stay sub 10,000? Keep on keeping on. I know what entertainment is. You know how to sit around eating each other's buttholes, all right? You want some advice sometimes? My DMs are always open. Advice on eating. Not ass eating advice. No Monster streamers listening to you right now? Yeah, and nobody's listening to them either. Oh! Oh! Don't get too cocky, 3066. It's a long way to the top, buddy. Did I get 7 pieces? No, that's only for dinner. We're getting a rotisserie chicken today, and unless they really screw up, we should get a whole chicken and not like half a chicken. Okay, 3066. Whatever you say, 3066. Where are these rankings? There's a Twitch extension you can install. Hey, if you install that extension, what do people sub 10,000 show up as? Do they just not get a badge next to their name? That'd be pretty upsetting. That would actually upset me. Oh my god. Oh my god. That would be so bad. You don't even show up. It's like you don't even exist. I was in this TA Runner Twitter thread, and I don't even know what the original topic was about, but I was something like, hey, you know, if people were complaining about something in Rise or something, and I was like, does everything always have to be about shaving seconds? Like, you ever think about maybe, like, streaming resets for 8 hours a day is maybe not something that your chat wants to watch? And somebody was like, the TAs are all we have. What else can we do? All right. Well, have fun, I guess. I was just trying to... I honestly, unironically, 100% was just trying to be nice. And they were, like, shouting me down. What do you know? You don't know anything about streaming, stupid, stinky streamer. How did I not get hit there? That was amazing. Oh, God. Wow. Is there, like, something weird with, like, large bombs, like radius? Like, I know you could evade them, technically, if you evade immediately, but that was, like, 2 bomb evades in a row. My cheat code's on? Dude, my cheat codes are so on right now. Show mod folder? Dude, that was like 3 in a row. I know it's technically possible, but I don't know that I've ever actually done it. At least not in Freedom Unite. I'm a quote-unquote gamer dude. Can't deny it. You just mash the button, ProCal? Certainly Greatsword has a long reach, but I don't know that I've ever... I don't know. I didn't really drop bombs as much in Freedom Unite. Like, I only really started doing, like, bombing a ton when Try came out. Google, how do I get Gamer Dude off the TV? Imagine, like, desperately pleading with Alexa to get the Gamer Guy off the TV. Like there's, like, some, like, really pissed off 80-year-old man just screaming at his TV and his, like, internet devices. Remove the gamer! No gamers! Is that in Unite, though, ProCow, or is that, like, Portable Third, though? If it's you, I'm assuming you're doing it in Portable Third. Not saying it's that different. It might be a little different. Hey, wow, that was easy. Got the chest break real, no problem. You typed in a Twitch chat thinking it was the Google search bar? Hit enter, you coward. Show us what you were looking for. Between Optimum and Twitch Leak, my stream has been great lately, 3066. Thank you, Fog. That is very nice of you to say. The best part, so there's the only thing that gives me hope for Twitch as a community is the top 10,000 streamers, technically more than that, but it's really the top 10,000 streamers, can all have their personal financial information revealed, and it just gets turned into like the best content possible for everyone. You know? It is actually really nice. A lot of other websites, people are like, oh no, I don't know what to do. Here it's just like, nah, that's my Squid Game number. Like, whatever. Walking on the Sun, I am the 3,066th wealthiest streamer on Twitch. At least by, what, subs and ads? We don't think it counts other things. That was the point of the link, to foster competition. Twitch streamers are going to start taking each other out. Is that true? Is that wealth? I mean, it's supposed to be an approximation. It's really how much you pump your audience for money for, is what it more directly translates to that. So if I ran ads more, if I was like, let's see if I could find one. If I was like, Franz Ferdinand, you little piggy, give me $5. I need your sub right now. Like, if I did that more, I would be higher. I'm in the top 1%? I'm in the top 1% of the top 1%. I mean, if you count like all 8.5 million streamers. But I mean, that's not like, I mean, is that shocking to you? So, Lamp Love, I mean, I don't know if anyone's really done the analysis yet. From me looking at it, it's not going to count, obviously, anything from like a stream elements perspective. It does not appear to include bounties, as best I can tell. You're the perfect viewer. You haven't spent a cent on Twitch. That's fine. All the TA runners should eat me? I mean, their own content is crap, so if they wanted to eat me and turn me into crap too, that's fine as well. Oh! Ah! Get him again! Nibble Snarf, thank you. Franz Ferdinand, enjoy. Stop being so toxic. Kanta's done TA runs before, and Kanta is extremely entertaining. I'll say that much. I will put that out there. How does that sound? I love Faywell, but Faywell is not like a full-time streamer. Zebra's fun. Rainy, I would respect more, except his most viewed stream was the one where he fell asleep and started snoring. So. And then he got partner somehow. And also, I literally made a guide for Rainy to do a full RTA speed run. He never did. So, he knows what he did. I'm only being nice to Kanta because he's higher up. Look, you got to know your place, Fire Cannon. The lower, you know, you can't start talking trash when you're only a 3066 if somebody's a 2000. That's the way it works. That's the way it works, you know? If you're sub 10,000, don't even talk to me. Don't even appear in my presence. It's not even something that's, know your place. Maybe you could submit a ticket. Super Red's doing some cool stuff with game preservation, and that is very valuable. I mean, that's the sort of stuff, like, you know, that provides value to the community. This Iodrome, though. You life powder Miguel exclusively? Miguel doesn't need your life powders. You know, Dwarven Man is a Ceph moderator. Has been for a while, I think. How many years have you been a moderator for Ceph 4 Dwarven Man? Not a mod anymore? At least VIP? VIP, that's fine. Honestly, I mean, that's common. When you first start streaming, you're like, oh, I need 20 moderators. And then you're like, wait, that's like way too many moderators. And you just slowly cull it down. You don't need to, I mean, don't take it personal. I mean, obviously anyone in the stream who's been a moderator, who's lost the moderator, it's not personal. It's just you don't want to see like moderator chat, you know. That and things can get pretty wild. Like the more, like every moderator you're at, I mean, that's somebody who could be adding like an element of chaos. Yeah, I mean, if you're not, you know, like, because occasionally, like, you go to your mod list, you're like, have I seen this person in the chat in the last 6 months? I mean, it's a job. I mean, it's like a responsibility, you know. In a way, you're doing somebody a favor by removing the moderator. You're a mod in a Discord with 20 active people and 5 of them are mods? Yeah, I know. What does it feel like being a serf, like being chosen not to be like the 25% of the people that are mods? Wow, that was a tiny Bizarrios. He looks small. I didn't realize he was that small. Just checking the list real quick. Oh, we missed one. Red Kazu. We did Green Plesioth, right? Okay. And we did not do Ashen yet. We did not kill Ashen. We have to kill Ashen. I did Pink Breathian? Really? I wouldn't say you missed the Ashen Hunt. Oh, you know what? Pink Rathian doesn't show up specifically. Not in that list, at least. I think you're right. I think I might have done it in the village. I know you guys are saying I definitely did. I just want to make sure. We commented on the Rathian being diseased. Well, there's Azure Rathalos. Do we have him? We do. Yep, there's Pink Rathian. All right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. This time you're right. The Shep Sheets hold a spot in your mind akin to the Holy Grail. You know, you would have thought they would have, like, the mystique would have fallen away, but the fact is still there's a lot of people that don't understand the math in this game. And I'm not claiming, like, it's a hard thing to do. They just don't care to know. You know, we might make the mushroom farm. Did I make the sheet? No. Guy in the stream, Sean August? Stream/Discord put it together. It seems pretty complete. So, I'm going to double check it every time I start, but hackers will leak my sheets. God knows they've leaked everything else. Shep Sheets more secure than Twitch itself. I don't understand. I don't understand how they're like, yeah, we misconfigured a server. Oops. We misconfigured a server and now everyone has access to, like, everything, including, like, our private beta builds for things that haven't been released. That just doesn't sound right to me. Like, obviously there's got to be PR speech because, like, they don't want people to know how bad it was, but it sounds like it had to be, like, almost like an inside job. Like, do you regularly put private beta branches on, like, public facing internet servers? Do I gotta change your passwords? I would. Personally, and you know, and whether or not you use two-factor authentication is up to you, but I mean, you know, lack of further knowledge, I mean, I think two-factor authentication is probably a good idea. Like, is it possible they just hired an outside consultant or somebody like that that got access to the server and just, like, yoinked it? You know, off a USB stick? Sure. Yeah, I mean, that could happen. You know, I mean, stuff like that happens all the time, but, like, why would somebody like that have full access to, like, all of that information? The only thing that, like, I mean, obviously, you know, only thing that concerns me is if, like, you know, the streamer's personal information is leaked. Like, we've got, you know, like, they've got information on us. Like, you got to submit, like, a tax form. So, you know, all that personal information could have been acquired. That's concerning. And then, like, if they tweak out and then decide to release that, like, oh, all right. I guess all those TA runners know where I live now. Yep. I'll show you, streamer. Gonna crap on your doorstep, 3066. The stories guy will know. I know. TA runners know where I live, so their content can rot in a gutter and nothing changes. You said that one, not me. I stopped. You kept going. Stories guy is a little worrisome, man. That was one of my stranger interactions. They'll do a segmented clapback. We've evolved, streamer. We know how to do turbo in real life. Ah! We've been training for this day. Double Tigrix. This is the worst. Do TA runners prefer the old Shep too? I don't know, man. I had some real Real haters back in the Monster Hunter Tri days, so it's hard to say. I'm a little concerned, actually. They could really hurt. Do I have, like, life powders? Need, like, god bugs, right? I pissed off GameFAQs? I don't know about that. There was more than GameFAQs that I technically pissed off. Even back then, there was like, you know, there's always, you know, sour grapes. Oh, why do people like his stuff and not mine? I say salty grapes or sour grapes. Whatever, same difference. We'll have a hunt-off streamer load into my lobby with smoke bombs and binoculars, and I'll show you how quickly I kill this Uragan. What? I'm not gonna do that. You coward! I would be like, just buy a capture card. They're like $30. They're like, I don't have a capture card. My mom won't let me use her credit card anymore. Having a good day, Papaya Apple. You enjoy yours. Solak, hello. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. They're here. Ugh. I'll get hit. That's okay. That's actually not that bad damage. That could be worse. Second G? It's a good one, Bill Toto. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is... Oh, such a mistake. Wow, that almost missed. Well, yeah, I mean, there's obviously a difference, Toad, when you're making content because you enjoy it or you want others to enjoy it versus just making something that might be a couple seconds faster. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the weird stuff that gets people's attention. Yeah, the more creative the run, or the more interesting the run, or the bigger the challenge. If you're just constantly flinch locking a normal monster, like there's going to be a crowd for that, but it's got to be like really like perfect. Keeping time at PSO2 New Genesis. That game. I had hopes for that game. I don't know, though. Oh, yes. Oh, no. That's so much damage from that roar. I'm going to get charged. Excuse me? Mr. 66 hours on your TV, I'm sorry. I mean, they just... I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to claim, like, I know what the hell I'm talking about. But, like, you need to focus on the boss fights. Like, the boss fights are the only thing people care about. Like, nobody cares about wiping up trash mobs, you know? Yeah, the tail is the worst part, Dwarven Man. I will, if I triple cart in this quest, I will gift 3,066 nuts. Gigantic's arena quests in a leveling dungeon? That sounds like an okay idea. I don't know. Like, was there a specific, like, fiscal year reason why they released the game when it did? Because You would assume that playtesters would be like, hey, this is kind of fun up until level 20, but then it sucks. You know? Seems like Stream Elements is just having a normal one. Corbin, man. They fired the director? I mean, it's a little late for that. I mean, I'm sorry, but... Also, like, it's not necessarily fair to compare content between New Genesis and base PSO2, right? In the sense that, at least... Oh my god. This is awful. I can't do this. There's no way. There's no way. I gotta run. No way. No way. So yeah, you had like 10 years worth of content condensed into like 1.5 years, right? And like, you know, the PSO2 dungeons were, to me, I thought they were fun to do. Yeah, you guys are going to see some very cowardly gameplay. Just like, it's going to happen. This is classic Monster Hunter. There's no, dung bobs like don't even work in this game. This is how you do the quest. Oh my god, it's so bad. I mean, if you get the timing down, you could totally flinch lock and raged Tigrex. Okay, here we go. We're going to try and stay here, though. We're going to stay here with this one. I mean, the weapon itself wouldn't matter much. I feel like light bowgun is one of the best matchups. What? No, 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 no. It's not even enraged. I was really hoping that would hit the tail. Did you miss the start of the challenge, Commando Jab? How much life did I have? Wasn't I at like full health? He didn't even hit me with his face. That was like his arm. $3,066 points on a triple. It's not gonna happen. So, final monster needed Freedom Unite. The very final monster we fight will likely be White Fatalis. We're not gonna triple card. Oh my god. No. This is just increasing tension. So he one-shot me from 70 health while enraged? got plenty of defense. It's like maxed out armor for high rank. Well, it's not truly maxed out because we've got the minus 40, but still, it's close. I should have brought max potions. This is such a mistake. We're literally going to play this as if I was playing the game 10 years ago. If they enrage, I'm leaving. I'm zoning. And we're just going to keep going back and forth. Oh my God, that's so much damage. Why is my screen so clear? It's emulated? No. No, 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 no. Please, no! We're coming back even more prepared next time. You'll see. No, we're not dropping to 3067. The trap spam wouldn't even do it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We need max potions. I'm deleting the VOD. No, no, it's gonna be tragedy and then triumph immediately.
Not.
What do you expect me? What do you expect me to do? I didn't break it in the first place, so I don't know how to fix it.
Not.
Triple go on YouTube? Almost definitely not. Too used to casual world gameplay? I'll tell you what I'm not used to. Whatever the hell that damage was. Is this a preview of White Fatalis? God, I hope not. White Fatalis is going to be high rank with G rank armor.
Not.
He tripled to what? But anyone who's played this game knows this quest is like infamous. There's a G rank one too, and it's technically worse. How did I go through so much healing in such a short period of time? Infamously easy? No, that's not true. It's patently false. Infamously easy. Infamously my anus. Nutrients. All right, let's go. I almost want to bring... Oh my god, this is so bad. I almost want to bring, like, blue mushrooms. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's so shameful. Their Monster Gamer bowguns aren't good. They're pretty much always good. As long as you've got the money for the ammo.
Not.
We're gonna get Defender on this one. Check it out. Demon Shroom, Dragon Head. Let's go. God damn it. What do I pay you guys for? No, we're not gonna be a bed boy. No, there's not. No, I am ignoring all redemptions. Save your money. I will ignore all of them. Do you guys think armor skin would do anything? It's got to do something, right? It's got to count for something. Hey, maybe I was just 1 pixel away from dying. I'm not even gonna worry about, like, taking all my items right away because you know I'm just gonna get hit and I'm gonna run away. That tail is such a menace. Make it bite the wall? That's not easy to do. It's not like Diablos. Armor skin. Armor skin, let's go. I've actually landed, Vicisium, if you missed last night's stream, we landed a couple long-range greatsword charges. This is not the quest to do that. That's not enraged though, right? Okay. Okay, so now he's enraged. So we're gonna go back to the other one. Here's the thing, you can't really fight them when they're enraged. It's just not worth it. I'm not a coward. I'm not a zonelet. I'm just fighting the other one. I gotta fight both of them. It's kill 2 Tigrexes. Don't blame me because you didn't read the quest description. Let's go for that tail. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that rage timing, huh? You're just jealous I figured it out first. No. Don't. Don't do it. Don't go up top. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm just... look. If you get to the power level of 3066, you understand how to time and rage timers in your mind, and I'm just perfectly managing it for maximum damage on these monsters. I mean, it's really nefarious. You know, in Rage Tigrex, I mean, you really, the safest time to counterattack is you got to wait for the double lunge. But you don't know if you're going to get, you don't know if you're going to get it. Don't Rage monsters take more damage? Some of them do. Some of them take less, actually. Ah! No! No. The plan is going perfectly. Perfectly. And you get to see this cool Tigrex walking around animation. That's like rare. He's already in rage. See, I'm not a complete coward. I got some extra hits in. Here. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. 3066 milliseconds. Oh, like you wouldn't do the same thing. Why am I eating herbs? You know why? Because I don't need those blue mushrooms. Oh! Oh, that's so much damage. No, please, Daddy. You just gun them? Well, you know, that's a coward by another name. Don't do it. Where's he going? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, good. Oh, I'm getting so lucky. Oh, my God, I'm so lucky. Okay, for real? For real, I just, like, immediately enraged him. Oh, he's gonna jump again, though. Okay, he's jumping over there. He's gonna taunt. Okay, we got time to go over here. How are you already enraged? This is ridiculous. Like enraging out of one hit. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know, they're high rank. I don't know. I guess I expect them to like be able to take a couple more hits before enraging. This is what I'm talking about. Like how am I, like, there's no... There, I hit his neck. Hooray. Oh God, what are you running at? Texas isn't even there. That's one jump? Well, it must have been two jumps. Thurston, thank you. He was still like 5 seconds? Well, that doesn't help you when you're trying to like follow some sort of pattern. You know, you're aiming for where his head is going to be, not where it is. Right, so he's gonna jump again and he's gonna taunt. Whoa, why isn't he taunting? He jumped 3 times. Now I just look like a dumbass. It's not card time. Oh my God. No way. No way in like a million years. Kick him to death. I've already been down that rodeo once. You know, I looked it up. Kick does 2 damage. I don't even know if it rounds like, I don't know if it's like 2 true damage or just like 2 damage. I haven't even been whiffing that much. Oh my, I've hit most of my hits. The one time, all right, I whiffed because he double jumped and decided. I'm getting so lucky with them zoning, by the way. All right, well, this is it. Oh! Wait, what? Is it ready? Pringle Party, you saying it does 2 true damage? They're not both going into that cave, are they? Might Pill? I don't bring those. Damn, alright. Let's see. Can I drop? I guess we'll take that last life powder. This is huge, by the way. This changes everything. Guess we'll just drop our herbs. I'm confident we should have enough. I mean, we got, what, 15 mega potions? More? We should try and get the other guy with the bombs. Talon, you won't? No, I won't. You want to sit through another Lao Shan Lung? Worse yet, you want to subject the rest of chat through another Lao Shan Lung? I don't think so. So lucky. I'm surprised I didn't trigger a enrage. That's kind of weird. That was a lot of damage. We will have to do Ashen again later, but we're going to wait for some G-rank equipment before we do that. Well, your streamer tried. Maybe Focus would have done it? I mean, I landed it. Just, not enough damage on the head. The low rank one, I was able to, like, nearly, like, draw slash flinch. Oof. I mean, the scary part is, like, it's like not even the charging, it's making sure you're lined up so you're actually going to hit the head. Taunt? That was a Chad finisher right there. That was all right. That was okay. That's some 365 gameplay. Moving up the rankings, boys. Moving up the rankings. What is the challenge at this point? I mean, I'll show you the checklist, I guess. I mean, we're only on 2nd gen right now, but you can see. We're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 fights? Wonder how often a streamer at your position would switch positions if they were like leaderboards? It would actually be kind of fun, man. I mean, you know, how many streamers in the top 3,000 streamers stop streaming, right? Like, once you've made it, you know, I was having a conversation with Jen yesterday, and I was like, telling her, like, no way. Like, some streamers, like, a very small minority of them might end up stopping streaming if, for whatever reason, they're not putting effort into their streams anymore. They were too committed to one game and nobody likes that game anymore. Stuff like that. So the thing is with Germa, is every time he streams, it's like a really big deal. You know, he's got like a staff and they prepare a lot of content for his streams. And then I get the feeling that I know some of his fans in his community make videos, but a lot of he probably pays a good number of people to also upload videos to YouTube, which is fine. I mean, obviously, that's a lot of people do that. And that just all goes together so that, you know, when he does his one big, you know, couple big streams a week, like, people tune in, and that's it. And that's fine. Insect Glaive worked. Happy to hear it, Somnus, you know? You know, I mean, there's no manual for Twitch. There's nothing in the Twitch manual that says you have to stream 45 hours a week consistently every time, every day. I mean, obviously that's nice. People like to know that you'll be on and know they can catch you on at a certain time. But if you're doing something interesting enough, people will watch. You know, if I say, you know, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be revealing my butthole, and you tell your friends, you know, people might show up. And yeah, and that's fair too, Stealing Jin, right? Where, you know, if he's been streaming for 10 years, he's built up a massive audience that will be happy to tune in and see him when he's there. And that's fine too. You know, ultimately, you know, I mean, it all depends, like, because every streamer is different. Like, do you monetize through subs or bits, donations, sponsored streams? You know, I don't really know that Germa does any sponsored streams at all. I guess he did the Germa's Dollhouse that was sponsored by some cryptocurrency thing, I think. But for the most part, it just seems like he just does variety for like 20 hours a week. Has a good time with his chat and periodically puts on a big show. And that's enough. His community's happy, and that's fine. I mean, ultimately. I've heard Germa referred to as the most famous streamer nobody has heard about. Just kind of a funny thing. He's really funny. He's genuinely a entertaining person. To me, they're the sort of person that like defines like what most, not all, but what a lot of streamers should aspire to, in which, you know, your goal is for it to be entertaining. You know, Twitch is a platform about playing video games, but it doesn't have to be like breathing heavy in the mic, you know, hunched over, playing the game, like occasionally glancing at your chat. I mean, it can be. Northern Lion is the embodiment of variety. My only beef with Northern Lion is sometimes he plays the game and he sucks at the game. Put a little bit more effort in, Northern Lion. I remember watching a Spelunky 2 stream of his on YouTube. No, not like me. No, it was like 5 hours condensed of him not even making it to 1-4 in Spelunky 2. Edited, put on YouTube. I can say it. I got past 1-4 my first stream. You know, a Super Smash streamer that doesn't respond to chat or read chat at all? I mean, you know, if he's that good at Super Smash Brothers that people will just watch him play the video game, and that's fine. You know, I mean, if there's a void out there, you know, the only concern then is like what happens like when you suck at Smash Brothers, or you know, Smash Brothers doesn't come out for like another 5 or 6 years. I mean, I guess people will still enjoy it. I mean, people still like Monster Hunter, so. Jealousy stealing. What are you talking about? Now we get feline defense? That's crap. That's garbage. I don't have any beef with Northern Lion. I'm sure he would laugh if you're like, hey bud, get past 1-1. Farm Tigrex? I'm not planning on doing anything with high-ranked Tigrex. Yeah, I mean, doesn't he have some, like, legendary amount of time in Binding of Isaac? I'm sure he gets very good at it. I mean, and to be fair, like, if you're live streaming, like, it can be really rough. And it's weird how much overlap there is between village and high rank. So there's a black Gravios. I think we might do that one. How many monsters are still on the list? A decent amount. You can check the list if you want. Guys, I've got... Oh. I've got some concerning news. Silver and gold are supposed to be here, and yet they're not here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe they show up later. There's, we might have some bad news for some cuckoos later on. We got to be close though. No, I mean I didn't make a mistake. I mean I didn't do anything wrong. It's just let's count it. 6, 9, 12, 16, 22, 25, 28, 34, 8, 45, 48, 49, 51. Uh-oh. All right. I mean, that's fine. You know. I mean, we're gonna get a couple extra going through this quest. There might be some other things we could clean up as well, but honestly, I mean, we're gonna have to go. I mean, there's no way around it. I mean, we're gonna be going through it, as it were. Still 2 more hours before dinner. You can get them all if you go hard. I mean, we might split it up a little bit. I need to lift anyways. So I'm not going to go the full 2 hours before dinner. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I'm going to text Jen now. Chicken. Chicken. Oh. Is Garuga stuff that good in high rank? Didn't it take me like 1,000,000 years to kill Garuga? Her favorite 3060. Oh, did I bring the wrong drinks? That's annoying. Jen's proud. Look, Chaos, I am literally 1% of 1%. What is this challenge? We are killing all of the monsters in all of the Monster Hunter games. Good job, fellas. Starting with Freedom Unite. Sounds fun. It's interesting. It's a neat variation of the last challenge we did, which was beat all the games within a month. That one was fun too. You think purple sharpness will go through the chest? It does. I don't know if that's better or worse than bouncing. .01%? Yeah. Does anyone else watch... Alright. Does anyone watch any, like, real micro streamers? How do they feel about it? They're probably just having a good time. A portion of this challenge I'm probably going to do on real hardware because I might actually need to call in the boys to do 4-point formation. Actual micro streamers haven't brought it up or don't care. There's some people I know that stream full time and they're not on the list, and I worry for them. How do I feel about the leak? I'm not a micro streamer. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm doing everything solo, but 3U is just like such a brutal grind for Hunter rank. His number is 3066. That's not micro! That's such a good number! Below 3,000 is micro? I'm basically above 3,000. Is anyone here on the list? Got any 8,000s in chat? 7,000s? I'm gonna start pumping you guys for more money. If this leak ever happens again, I'm gonna be up higher. Baru's on the list twice. It's technically him and his what, brother, or him and his cousin? Your top 80, you stream with Asmongold. Do you also work at the post office? I totally stream with Tim the Tap. What is this list? All the top 10,000 streamers, technically all streamers, but the top 10,000 streamers had their revenue for the last 2 years leaked onto the internet yesterday. Ravix. And I am number 3,066 on the list. Ninja's your brother? We do have a Blevins in the chat. Moldy McGee has talked about being a Blevins before. Yeah, big time Monster Hunter streamer. No. The funny thing is, just the day before we'd gotten that Smash reveal. It just feels like a busy week for like news and drama on this website. No, I ain't. Just say I'm top 3,000. Just round it for me. That's the new rule. Are you top 5 of the Monster Hunter streamers? I'm like number 2. Kanta's ahead of me. He's like 2,800 or something. You'd round it up to 3,100? Stop it. No, round it all the way down. No, you can cut out. Come on. There's got to be at least 66 streamers on that list above me who don't stream anymore. So I'm basically 3,000. Really? I'm like number 2 Monster Hunter streamer. When you like really think about it. Coping so hard. I'm not coping. How's that coping? I still don't understand this Trackmania thing. I really don't know. I really don't know what happened. Gotta pretend streamers are dead? Hey, Dr. Disrespect is like number 11. That's immediately one you could take off the list. I have no idea, Lamplove. People have just talked about it in my chat, but I don't know the specifics at all. I really don't know. Somebody in chat can probably explain it. The crazy thing is that's somebody who streamed for like maybe 1 year of the reporting data and still like beat out basically the entirety of Twitch. I mean, I don't think it would be an exaggeration to say if that Dr. Disrespect never left the platform, he might have been like number 2 or number 3. Did Tim the Tatman move? Dr. Lupo? I can't see. No, no, no. Ludwig just was like, just did very, very well with doing interesting events on his stream and then finding a good way to get that on YouTube. And he talks about it all the time. He's like, it's not a secret. It's not hard. And he's right. It's just most streamers are lazy. And they don't want to put in all that extra effort. He's right. No, no. They're not all dude bro gamers that just play Warzone all day. I mean, even like Shroud, who you might think would be like dude bro FPS streamer, like, you know, he does other things. He at least, like, he's not a dude bro. He's very good at first-person shooters, but he's got some interesting commentary sometimes. Luck is involved a little bit, but I think people push the luck element a little bit too hard. Like, a lot of times people can use luck as, like, an excuse to why, like, they don't want to get started in the first place, and I don't think that's right. Like, it matters a little bit, but, you know, you gotta build the framework with which, if you do get lucky, that it actually means something. Yeah, like, at one point, like, Shroud was, like, streaming himself, like, playing a board game by himself. Like, that is, like, the opposite of a dude bro, right? Thanks, Bullfongo. I mean, I love board games. Board games are great. I'm surprised that they're not more popular on Twitch. They aren't, though. It's very shocking. Outside of, like, full-on, massively produced Critical Role, obviously, who then, ironically, is the biggest thing on Twitch. Play Warhammer solo? I mean, board games blew up huge, like, 6 years ago? 7 years ago? There was, like, a massive board game renaissance. I feel like it's died down quite a bit. I mean, at a certain point, people had only so much room in their basements or closets or whatever to fit all those board games in. Jorbs' stream is solo board game stuff? That is a excellent point, Albino Donkey. Am I excited about Gloomhaven? I haven't checked out Gloomhaven at all, Fire Cannon. Possibly. Is the size of Critical Role's operation can be considered to be less successful than major solo shows like XQC? I think it's got to be a consideration. But I think at the same time, it could also be a consideration of, like, if a company or a group of people wanted to put together a show like Critical Role, it could show how massively successful it could be. You know, I mean, if you had a proper sponsorship on a Critical Role, assuming with like a, you know, a followship like that, like, you could do okay. Like, you could run it like a normal TV show. Ever played Scythe? No. I haven't really played any new board games in like the last 3 to 4 years. My favorite solo board game is Mage Knight. Occasionally, well, it's been a long time, occasionally I would pull it out and go through a campaign. I remember the VHS board games, ProCal. Yeah, those were neat. Finally. Solo board game? Yeah, there's a number of board games out there that are listed as like a cooperative board game or even a competitive board game, but have a rule set that really essentially makes it. It's a solo board game. It really is. You know, playing Mage Knight multiplayer just means, you know, a game that already takes 3 to 4 hours to beat now takes 5 to 6 to 7 hours to beat. If you even beat it. You know, the funny thing is, Cap and Butt, is I bought the expansion, and even after buying the expansion, I never played it because I felt like I was still trying to understand the base board game. I think I played through the base board game once with like the expansion character. I mean, that's an interesting rule set, Dwarven Man. I don't know that there's really that much strategy that goes into Monopoly, following the rules as written. But if you have a custom rule set, I can see you doing something. Okay, we're talking about the board game Mage Knight. It is a board game designed by, I think his name is Vlada Schwadl. Probably like one of the most successful modern board game creators ever. You've almost definitely heard of, if you know anything about board games, you've heard about his most recent one. Was it Codename? Code Word? That game blew up. How does it play roughly? So you play the Mage Knight, and the world gets revealed by tiles that you place down in a grid, and then you flip them face up as you explore them. And the goal is to conquer like a certain number of strongholds in the final castle by the end. And it's, I mean, there's a board game element, but there's also like the main part is it's also a deck builder. So it's like a very long progressive deck builder that's played solo. And the big part of it is like you get into encounters with like monsters and other enemies and stuff like that. Is it like Munchkin Quest? Munchkin Quest could not be more different than Mage Knight in the sense that Munchkin is trash tier meme stuff, and Mage Knight is like ultra cerebral like deck building. But I think there's like 2 defensive stats that you could play, like block and dodge. And then like there's attack and ranged attack and magic and stuff like that. It's been a while since I played it, but you know, there's a bunch of different Mage Knights, and you know, the upgrades that they get and how they play are different. Like for example, like there's one class that can take wounds in your hand, which if you've played, say, the Spire, you'd understand like a wound is like a dead pull in your hand, but they could use those wounds to get stronger in combat, stuff like that. Vlada Schwadl has also made a game that almost looks like Go or Othello called Cash Kalar, or Kosh Kalar, which can actually be played online for free. There's an online web portal for it. And that one is interesting in that you're trying to create patterns on a board that allow you to do different things to your opponent. And there's like semi-randomized shuffled quests that you do. And the goal is to get a certain amount of points by doing those quests off the board. Highly recommend that. Anything by Vladish Fadl, I recommend. Have I mastered the portal? I have definitely not mastered the portal. Is the barrier to entry knowing how to spell it? It's a purposely silly name. And in the rule book, he's like, you are encouraged to use Tash Kalar in as many rounds or shoutings as ways that you'd like. Doesn't do anything. It's never really properly explained, but it's kind of silly. Like, it would be like ultra like sniffing your own farts to try and suggest that it's like a game on the level of chess, but it really does like get as close to a board game that I've ever seen in a modern perspective come close to like this level of strategic depth as like chess would. I'm gonna die. Well, we made it a while without dying. This Black Bravios has an intense amount of life. What's your favorite variant of chess? Just chess. I don't, you know, I'm not into like weird variants or anything like that. I mean, I've played it before. I mean, I'm okay at it, but I mean, you really got to play and watch a lot of games before you can get any good at it, right? Where are you going? Some vids of chess boxing? That sounds like that would just mostly be won by people that would be good boxers. Oh, we've got some max potions. Strip chess? Oh, I lost all my pawns. Now I'm naked. I like the Royal Rumble that these IO Prey are forcing me into. It's looking bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go on this one. Whatever happened to strip carding? We were just talking about that the other day, weren't we? That's for the Patreon/OnlyFans. I've actually seen... I don't want to say too much. I've gotten... I was cleaning up my pings in my Discord the other day. And I'm a member of a bunch of different Discords from other streamers. And one of the streamers was like, you guys hit the goal, so this week you get to dress me for my streams. And I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, there was a picture of the person just wearing just underwear. I think it was just underwear. And I'm like, can you wear that on stream? I don't know. No, it wasn't Sherma. It wasn't like normal clothes. It looked like sexy clothes. It looked like a lingerie nightie. Like a slip? I don't know what they call those things. Do they still let people do body paint? I think so. Am I dead? Should have mashed harder. Wow, that came fast. I don't want to lose. I don't want to fight this guy again. No, this was a female streamer. And like, I'm not disrespecting it. I mean, you got to do what you got to do on this website. If Twitch allows it, it's fine. Time to slip into my DMs in your underwear? It was not Fire Cannon stream. Is this a sex thing? I just don't know where does it go? No, I'm not going to give you a link to the Discord. I'm going to give 3,066 points if I triple cart. Easy points? No way. This max potion's gonna save us. I feel like he never, like, wiggles. Like, I hit his chest. I can't do it now. 3067? Keep it up, I'll go to 3065. Like, how does that not flinch? That was a level 3 on the chest. I don't understand. No, the reason I'm even giving those points is because, like, it's not like I've seen a million futures and there's not one. Is like the only way to fight Black Gravios is with like a full stack of water ammo. Plasma Snake, we are definitely going to be switching up weapons. Like, there's no way I want to do armor mode Fatalis with Greatsword. I mean, I guess I could. The bouncing attack actually is not terrible for armor mode. Cantor Chaos Bow? Oh, was it Dragon or something? Just full charge his head repeatedly? I guess I just have to figure out the timing, right? Hey, convenient of him to stay right by the zone entrance, right? I'm not even trying to do that. It's just working out that way. You need load up? I mean, the process of unlocking Fatalis already has you doing a bunch of special arenas. How much life does this guy have? It has to be like 5,000. This has to be like 5,000 life. Maybe Capcom doesn't release the old games because, like, they think modern audiences just would not tolerate this. They're probably right. 5720? No! No!
Not.
There's nothing that I see here that I want to fight.
Not.
There's nothing on this list that I want to fight right now. It's unbelievably cruel.
You.
Farm Ashen for what? I'm not subjecting Daystream to another Black Gravios. Nightstream gets to enjoy that one. I don't want to make the heavy bowgun. What a nightmare. Well, you know what we could do?
Not.
We could, check out a couple of those cuckoos. That's a thing. Cuckoo mill. It's gotta happen eventually. What else are we gonna do it? We gotta do it. How about bow? A water bow would be so good against that. Why don't we farm Black Gravios for the 100 Wyverns? Can't even kill one. Oh, you know what? Isn't there... Okay, hold on. There's a fun quest. Let's do a fun quest. There's like a goofy one online. What? No equipped armor. What? Now you gotta see my guy's creepy face. Hey. I'm coming for your lemons. This is what a veteran looks like. This is what a veteran feels like. Yeah, this quest, I guess, is naked only. So, gotta do it naked. Cuckoo naked percent speedrun? I mean, you could do this immediately. It would just be a matter of, like, how quickly you'd kill it. Did I beat the Black Gravios? What do you want me to dump all my supplies away? No. Dude, this is gonna be pretty effective though. I need more bombs. I need to bring like so many bombs for that Gravios. We're gonna bring like 13 large barrel bomb plus. Oh. Okay. Well, where are they? Oh. Okay. Bring the bed with you, bed boy. It's not Minecraft. Well, I might need to heal. I am naked. I should consider making a bowgun, shouldn't I? For that Gravios. That would make things so much easier. No, that didn't even flinch him. What is he made of? I feel like a monster. Oh, the brother's here. Oh, he's pissed. What? No, stop it. I'm switching my stuff around. Is this a naked challenge? This one quest specifically is naked. All credits naked will be... Maybe that's the challenge I need to become 2066. Or have not healed yet. It's close. Think of them when I eat my rotisserie chicken? I will. Delicious. Stop moving! Naked no weapon challenge become 1066? That would just be bomb spam. That wouldn't be that fun. What's 1066? Who is 1066? These are streamer rankings, Jolino. What control scheme do I use for bowguns in the older games? The normal one? I like my sandals. They match my green pants very well. Yeah, Stream Elements is having a hard one today, guys. Don't bully Stream Elements. I think Order 66 is like a Star Wars thing, Chaos. Thanks for all the flame sacks. What does this quest even give that's special? Anything? Well, I was saying, but I'm not, I know 1066 is not 66. Sense of pride and accomplishment. It definitely gave me one. All right, I gotta go eat chicken, and I gotta exercise. I'll try and be back for 7. Should I farm for Garuga set or Senator set to get Sharp Sword? Why do you want Sharp Sword and not Sharpness +1? The high rank or G rank? High rank Terra Shogun Senator gives Sharpness +1 and Razor Sharp. Exercise while eating chicken. That would be delicious. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. I'll be back soon. Do you eat 66 calories while bulking? I don't need to bulk, man. Just my existence allows me to bulk. 1 minute ad break. Just like I have to work very hard to lose any weight. I've got to do nothing to put muscle on. Come back to night stream with Ash and Lao Cannon. Hey, look what I had the materials for. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Let's just check. Let's just check and see what we can make for bowguns. Look how cool he is. We're looking for a Pierce gun.
Yo.
I need a Lao Ruby? No way. So we can make Meteor Buster, which sucks. Well, actually, it's okay for Pierce. No water, though. We can make the Shen Gao Ren weapon. Make a Ladybug cannon. That raw is getting kind of low, though. Make the Conga gun. Pierce, no water. Could just make the Narga bowgun, right? That's probably pretty okay. Oh, that needs a brainstem. Ladybug Cannon Plus is kind of up there. Has the Pierce isn't that good though. Meteor Buster's actually solid? Is it really? I mean, 4 shots of Pierce isn't bad. Fast reload, moderate recoil. Press select on Earth Eater. Is that showing hole or something? Back on heavy bowgun? We actually did light bowgun the last time we did Unite. We did not do heavy bowgun. We might just make the Meteor Buster. I mean, it would be sufficient for Gravios, right? And then what? We gotta kill a bunch of Yan Cuckoos anyways. We could just throw some Cuckoo armor together. I mean, we're not going to make the Gravios heavy bowgun. Daimyo bow?
Yo.
How close are we to it? That's actually not that bad. I don't know how good that damage is. How good is 14 water? Do they upgrade like normal? The nice thing about the bow guns is you just gotta dump money into them to make them stronger. But I guess that's the bad part about them as well. I mean, Daimyo Warbow is pretty much the highest level bow you can make. Interesting. We'll see. I will reflect on it. Oh God. Oh, Wi-Fi player. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I know. Wi-Fi player. I know. I'm aware. I'm sorry. I didn't. We were looking at your tweet from earlier, actually. This is very meta. Where is it? We literally had it on stream. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Is it just that ad? Or is it like other ads? I mean, if you got Optimum, it would probably fix it. It's got very fast internet speeds. 1,000 down, 1,000 up for like $50 a month. It's really a pretty good deal.
Frenchio61 gifted wife a player.
It's Sling TV?
Frenchio61 gifted a tier 1 sub to wife a player 13. They have given 72.
I mean, I'm only Twitch rank 3066, so I need to do sponsorships to supplement my income. You know what it's like. That Twitch life isn't easy. Have you tried visiting Optimum.com? From the beginning. All right, one last thing. Have you gone to Optimum.com since this happened? He's going to think that this is just like cursed following him around. I'm sorry. I really am. People are seeing that ad in like the gym. Like they're seeing it in real life. I don't know, Toad. I mean, I know the ad that's hosted on YouTube has been viewed 50,000 times, but it's probably being, shown more often than that because people are getting it. It plays 3 times in a row? Just in case 3 times wasn't enough, we're going to leave it up nonstop. You better go imagine that. I don't know what else to say. Other than thank you, Optimum. And you're an Optimum subscriber. It worked. You're welcome, Optimum. Another one in the bag. I don't know what else to say. I was just about to end the stream, Wi-Fi player, but I do notice you work for a media outlet. Let me know if there's any way I can make it up for you. In any way. Honestly, truly. I don't know what else to do. Other than I'm sorry that my face has cursed your TV and upset your parents. I think you said it was upsetting your parents. This has been a weird week for Twitch. That's for damn sure. Okay. All right. I gotta go. I gotta leave. I'm sorry, Wi-Fi player. Everyone else, I love you. I'll be back in a couple hours after dinner and after I exercise. Goodbye.